Good morning, everyone. My name is Josh Lefers. I'm the Director of Conservation for Audubon Great Plains, and I'll be the MC for this event, help keep us on track. And right now, to kick us off, I'm going to turn it over to Judge Jessop to give us a welcome and introduce us to the Grassland Coalition, who is the primary host and sponsor for this event.
Hello, Judge Jessop, Executive Director, South Dakota Grasslands Coalition. For those new in the room, it's a nickname, has nothing to do with the number of times I've been in court. South Dakota Grasslands Coalition is a nonprofit group. We're currently about a couple hundred members, and we do educational type events like this. This class actually spawned out of our grazing school we have every year, because at the grazing school we started getting questions and comments like, how do you prepare cropland to put it back to grass? So this class, and actually the first one was a 3-day class, is kind of spawned out of that deal. And the same thing with the prescribed fire workshops. We also put on some HRM workshops. The big thing is we're always about education. So I welcome you. Membership is fairly cheap, $35, but if you want to go whole hog and have a lifetime membership, it's $1,500 for an operation. But thank you, and if you have any questions or comments, ask me. If you got any complaints, talk to Josh or talk to Pete Bauman. Thank you. See you around the next couple days.
Okay, thanks, Judge. As Judge said, we just welcome you. I really thank all of you for taking the time out of your schedule to be here. Our goal is over the next couple of days to really blend science, what we've learned, innovation, some things that we're trying, and hands-on experience. We have a lot of experience in the room. Some of you have personally been involved in thousands, if not tens of thousands of acres of restoration. Some of us haven't put a seed in the ground yet, and so it'll be a really cool opportunity to learn from one another and to ask some really thought-provoking questions. Speaking of questions, we'll have time after every presentation to answer some questions. Also, you'll notice in your agenda that we have our sessions broke out based on topic. And so generally between breaks and meals, we have individual topics. And so at the end of all of those, we have an opportunity to ask questions. If you have a question, there are index cards in your table. Go ahead and write them down. You can keep them and ask them. You can pass them off. We're going to have a couple of ladies run around with microphones they can read your question for you, or you can ask it yourself. So do ask questions. We want this to be interactive. Another note for interactive this evening, there will be a social after supper. So the bar back here will be open. I believe they're going to have wine and beer available and other things for cash bar. And so if you want to come hang out, ask questions, a lot of our instructors will be around, and just a lot of your classmates, I guess, will be here too. And it's a really good chance to get some of your questions asked. So a couple of notes here, I guess. As Judge mentioned, we normally go more in depth in this class itself. We shortened it a bit for the sake of time, and we're really focused today on grassland restorations. And so we do have other classes. The Grassland Coalition puts on other classes regarding prescribed fire, grazing, other grassland management, so stay tuned for those types of opportunities. But we're really going to be talking about restorations and getting grass planted back on the landscape. This summer, normally in the past with a school like this, we would have a field component. Right now, with the fresh snow and everything else, there's not much to see out there, but we are planning to have those bus tours later this summer. So stay tuned. We would love for you all to come back and join us so that we can visit some of the sites you're going to learn about and get some practical hands-on experience as well. That'll probably be more in the eastern part of the state, Watertown area. I want to recognize a few people that have helped to make this event possible. Grassland Coalition is hosting it. That's made possible also by the NRCS and the support that they give to the coalition. So we want to thank the NRCS for their support for this event. Audubon has provided some funding for this event, and also all the presenters. We really appreciate them giving up their time and knowledge to be here the next couple of days. This is being videoed. That is sponsored by SDSU Extension, the Northern Great Plains Joint Venture, the Prairie Pothole Joint Venture, the Nature Conservancy, and Pheasants Forever. The social this evening has been sponsored by Pheasants Forever, so if you stay for a drink, you can thank them. And then we want to thank our volunteers and people running registration logistics. Lindsay Gerard with SDSU coordinated the video. Bree Rupp, who's the Grassland Coalition outreach coordinator. Judge helped put a lot of this together. Laura Kaler, who's executive director for the Grassland Initiative. Krista Erdman, Emily Rohr, all of those helped in some way in registration and logistics. And we just really appreciate them. So let's give all of them people a round of applause.